Hey, what's going on? YST here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video, and today we are going to be breaking down how to defeat Griffin, the Celestial Griffin, on floor 110 of Rotation 3, the Doom Tower, on the hard mode. Even if you can't reach this stage, I will be breaking down the mechanics of how to take on this boss with a very simple strategy, and hopefully a lot of you guys can relate to it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so Griffin. How many of you guys are actually struggling on this boss? I think once you understand it, it's definitely a lot more easier than once anticipated, especially when it first came out. But let me know in the comment section anyway. But today we are going to be taking on floor 110, which is the highest stage of the Doom Tower that the Griffin has been seen so far. Previously it was Spirit Affinity and it was on floor 90. This rotation, 20 floors above, but the mechanics are pretty much exactly the same, just the stat requirement may be a little bit higher than usual. So the team that I want to showcase today is this team right here, and a lot of these champions here are able to be swapped out. For example, right here you only need a speed lead champion. I tried to use Cornelia to kind of prove that point, because usually I'd use someone like a Manaya or someone with extra healing. She doesn't do really much apart from the waves. Once we actually get to the boss, it's pretty much a 4-man team. We got the Ninja, who is a free legendary champion, who is absolutely amazing. We got Scylla the Drakes, we got Godseeker Aneri. You could potentially swap her out for a Doom Priest, who a lot of you guys may have, so if you don't have her, that is a very good choice. Or people like Lugan the Steadfast, or anyone with passive healing effects, or AoE heals without placing continuous heal buffs. It's very important that you kind of mitigate the amount of buffs that you put on your champions, because once the boss starts to get faster and faster, the more buffs that you have on your champions, the more of a hit you're going to take, because there is a 10% extra chance of dealing bonus damage when it comes to the turn where the Griffin actually removes your buffs. So the main reason here is speed lead to get us above that 250 speed. We got Ninja for the HP burn, and he absolutely destroys. He is the MVP in this composition. We got Underpriest Brogni, mainly for the block debuffs. Yes, many of you guys may not have him, but he can be replaced by anyone who does a block debuffs. That is the main thing, and if you can get it on a free turn cooldown once booking it up, it's going to work completely fine. I'll go into the stats that I've got on my champion straight after this. And then we got Scylla of the Drakes, mainly again for the passive heals. She applies increased speed on some of our champions. She drops turn meter, which isn't great, so potentially you can kind of make her without accuracy and make sure that you don't land the decreased turn meter. But applying that decreased speed can help out in some scenarios, but it's not mandatory. So this is the team we're rocking with right here, and I just want to mention that this team is a 50-50 when it comes to full auto, as it's all down to Underpriest Brogni or your block debuffs champion placing it at the right time. So hopefully a lot of you guys can relate to this composition. This is the highest stage of the Doom Tower you're going to reach, so if you can get anywhere close to these stats, you should have no problem taking down this boss, and you can kind of carry it down to the lower stages with smaller requirements in the normal or the other stages of the hard. So I'll kind of link things below, like Ayumi Love, hellhades.com. They are really good sources when it comes to these things. So let's get into the run. How is everyone doing anyway? It's been a few days since I uploaded, my apologies. Just a lot of things going on behind closed doors. Let's go. So for the start bit here, you can just click full auto and just let them deal with the waves. But once you get to wave 2, you want to make sure when there's 1 or 2 enemies alive, that you're saving all of your abilities for the boss. You want to make sure that the placement is perfect. No messing around, otherwise you may have to redo the run. And it's not going to be happy days for you. We're going to break down the mechanics and which turns they take. So if you are new here, hopefully you can kind of take this into other stages as well. So let me just fast forward this a little bit. Alright, so we just got to wave 2 and Polarium never failed to put an annoying champion. On this rotation it's Kaden. They got 2 Kadens, they got a Siphi, and they just keep reviving each other, making your turn count drop. But hopefully we can keep them under CC through Cornelia. Absolutely underrated champion, and I use her in so many places. Secret rooms, arena, the Doom Tower. Her CC is next to none with that fear and that sleep. And it comes around lots and lots, especially if you have her at a fast speed. Also with the speed aura as well, so definitely one to look out for if you have her in the vault. Alright, so from here, you kind of want to take control, just so nothing goes wrong. Have we got a freeze yet? No, we don't. The main thing is you want to keep that burn, you want to keep that block debuffs on Brogni, and you need those skills, it's vital. Alright, so we just got to the boss right now, and I just want to break down briefly the mechanics of what this boss is going to do to your allies. On turn 1, you do not want to place any buffs on any of your allies, because he removes all buffs from all allies, then attacks all enemies. The buff removal cannot be resisted and damage increases by 10% for each buff removed. You do not want multiple 10% damages on your champions. You're going to get smacked and put in the woodworks. Definitely stay away from that. So let's just get through turn 1 here. So we're just going to place no buffs at all. A1s. Never got a burn there, which is okay. And this is where if you're doing turn meter manipulation with some accuracy, be aware of it because your seal can get stunned, alright? So if you want to drop down the accuracy, you can. If not, keep it how it is and apply that decreased speed. Let's just put a burn on here. Look at that chunk there, guys. And then right here. Well, let me just break down this one as well. So on this one here, he's going to transfer all debuffs from the Griffin to the enemy. Then attacks all enemies. Fills the Griffin's turn meter by 5% for each debuff transferred. So right here is where that block debuffs champion comes into play. On this case, Under Priest Brogni. You want to have this up every single time this ability is coming round. You do not want multiple debuffs on your champions, and you also don't want to be filling the turn meter of Griffin. And you kind of want to aim for Skybond 13 to defeat him, because between 13 and 20, the damage just ramps up a lot. Stay away from it, try kill him as fast as possible. So let's just put the block debuffs up here. Put some A1s out. And you just want to keep chunking that burn ability on Ninja, guys. That is the main source of damage here. So you just want to keep an eye on this one here and this one here. We get decreased speed. We got it on there, which is nice. Come on, Brogni, you're letting me down with those burns. Got decreased defense. Let's go. And here, just put some A1s. We get another turn in here with Brogni. Yes, we can. Yes, we got a burn. Congratulations. Get some more burns on here. Look at that, guys, chunking him down like no man's business. This one here, once again, he's gonna remove all your buffs, so make sure you're mitigating all of that from now. Put A1 here. Nice and easy, guys. We're pretty much 50% of the way there by Skybond 4. Bearing in mind, this is the hardest stage. If this was on a smaller stage with the same stats, you would have been running through it by now. Believe you me. Alright. And then we just want to apply that block debuffs once again. Nice and easy. Burn isn't ready yet, which is okay. And once again, we have blocked those debuffs. So I'll let you guys watch the rest of the run and I'll come back to you towards the end. So alright guys, we did it in 151 turns. That was just because we were messing around in the starting stages and the waves as well. So best time was 109 using this exact same team, but on full auto I use a Manaya here just in case you are aware. It doesn't usually take 9 minutes, alright? I was just kind of trying to show you guys what the boss is doing as well. The best time is 5 minutes, which is okay. For a floor 110, for an accessible team in my opinion, lots of ways that you can kind of change this. As I said, Doom Priest here, a Sepulchre Sentinel, another block debuff champion here, Ninja is free, Syl is free, and any speed lead champion. Cadelia is not the best for this. It was practically a 4-man team here. If you think about it, she's got no War Master, she's not doing any extra damage, she's just controlling the waves before we get to the boss. So first off here we got Ninja. He's an accuracy banner, not even maxed up yet. Noob time. But we got 219 speed on top of the speed all-round stuff and the increased speed from Syl. Puts him to an okay place, it does the job, but especially if you can get it faster, even better for your team. 41% crit rate, nothing outstanding, and a 320 accuracy. A little bit on the low side, but Masteries bumps it up a little bit. Next champion in the list was Mycilla the Drakes, and we've got her at a 242 speed and a 300 accuracy. Once again, nothing crazy. Got Godseeker and Eerie. We can also use a Doom Priest, Lugan the Steadfast. Many champions can do passive heals. So her speed is tuned for Clan Boss at 256. And there's the Doom Priest, which I could have used. She's the good affinity for it, but I just didn't want to re-gear or anything. Which was the next champion? Cornelia. Only there for the speed lead, to be honest, but if you're intrigued in her stats, it's 231 speed and 400 accuracy. And final piece of the puzzle was Under Priest Brogni, also tuned for my clan boss team, and he's at a 255 speed, perfect for where we want it. On top of that speed aura, puts him to a nice, I'm rubbish at maths, but I'm guessing around 270, which is comfy. And accuracy on him was 306, not that 350 I was aiming for, but it RNGs and it lands sometimes, alright? So take it as you will, and that is going to be all for the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.